for you.
Don't do my
I got you a special tight legs.
Don't you want that dress to be pretty?
I think as a society we sexualize kids.
JonBenet Ramsey, the 6-year-old beauty queen who was found dead on Christmas Day in her home in Colorado.
You have to be better, prettier, skinnier.
I'm always beautiful.
We shine the light on whatever's worst. Perfection is a disease of a nation.
What are beauty pageants all about? Well, they're all about beauty. So what they teach these kids, which is mostly girls, is that their worth depends on their appearance. If your worth depends only on your appearance and your ability to charm other people, I don't know what kind of values that is.
Would you rather be pretty or smart, Megan?
I'd rather be pretty.
Potential disorders, psychological issues that can develop, number one, are depression and anxiety. They feel like they're never good enough.
Sometimes my Aunt Nikki says, you don't do good, you don't do good, you don't do good. You said, are you beautiful? And I said, and I was almost going to say, Mommy, she's thinking I'm not beautiful, and I am always beautiful.
I have treated not children in the beauty pageants, I have treated adults who were in child beauty pageants as a kid. They seem to have a sense of perfectionism, but nothing is ever good enough. They're depressed, they're anxious, the eating disorders is probably the main thing.
The journal Eating Disorders, written by Anna Wunderlich, Diane Ackerd, and Judith Henderson, studied the responses of 11 women who had participated in child beauty pageants and 11 who had not. After a series of questioning, it came to the conclusion that despite the display of similarities, the women who had participated in pageants scored significantly higher in categories such as body dissatisfaction, interpersonal distrust, and lack of impulse regulation. The authors of the journal found the risk of developing a mental disorder much higher if one participated in a child beauty pageant.
They typically start as a toddler, let's say age 2 all the way up to age 8. Those are the formative years. So those children will often grow up with an elevated sense of self that's based solely on physical appearance. So typically what we'll see in that age range is that if they grow up with a mom that's very concerned about the way the child looks, they will make every effort in the future to please mom by looking as perfect as they possibly can from a physical standpoint.
If part of their practice sessions is all about charming the judges. So they're taught to smile, they're taught to do things like this, and to walk, cutely and all of that. And I don't think it's the competition that's unhealthy so much as it is the expectation.
Listen, Madison, there's nothing to see right now. We need to talk to you about your routine, about you winning. Or do you want to lose? Listen to me. Listen to her.
Because the emphasis is not on learning a sport or a skill or an intellectual capability. It's all about the physical. And that's really, really harsh for a kid to grow up. I think many parents force their kids to be in them because they either feel a lack of self-esteem or beauty or that specialness. Part of them wants to be a princess, and if they can't do it, if they're too old to do it, they feel like by proxy, if their child does that, they're living vicariously through their children many times.
Mama played the piano for the church choir when I was 11 years old. My name is Wendy, and I love living vicariously through my 3-year-old daughter, Paisley. If you win this pageant, this will be number 50. This will be the big 50.
Is there a break after that?
No.
Are you living vicariously through Eden, though?
I think we're living through each other.
I think Eden and I have a very unique relationship.
I think a lot of people get into these things, especially with their very, very young children, like babies, because they're trying to do everything as a parent. You want to get your kids involved in anything that they'll be interested in. And this is one of those things that's very easy to do because all you need is the entry fee.
Well, again, I think it's okay for kids to participate in a pageant if it's their choice. If a parent is forcing them to for their own agenda, that's where the harm comes in. Because many parents are living vicariously through their children.
Mommy, I'm just tired.
Well,
I'm starving.
you gotta rock it, okay? Can you? Can you do it?
The wax was way too hot and it actually ripped off her skin, so she's been kind of terrified ever since then.
Don't tear it! Don't tear it! Ah!
It's all done. It's all done.
No, you teared it out!
Yeah, but it's all done.
See, we're pro with this.
She whines a little bit here and there because it's a little cold.
You know this doesn't hurt. You're just sleepy. You're just tired. Turn for me. All right, roll your...
My mom does my makeup because she wants me to look pretty.
I am hoping that I could possibly talk Alaska into letting me get her eyelashes dyed since they are so pale. I don't know. I mean, it's your decision.
Okay, then I call no.
All right. There you go. The queen has spoken.
I got my eyelashes dyed because everybody really wanted me to. Now that I got them dyed, I don't really like them. They don't look like my eyelashes.
Beauty pageants are appealing to young girls because they see it's all glitz and glamour, it's like a dress up, but they don't understand that they're being sexualized. So I think it's sort of a form of dress up that they want to play act, but then they realize how much goes into it. I've seen children sit in a makeup chair and getting their hair done and their makeup done for over 4 hours.
It's the sparkly crown, and it's being pretty, and it's having the applause, and the sparkly clothes too, but it's mostly the crown. That seems to symbolize they are special.
Someday I'll be a Miss America, and that'll be the happiest day of my life. Someday, when they sing their cheers, they'll put the crown on me. And then you'll make a long speech on TV. Oh, someday, when I...
Here's the deal with a lot of this sexualization of the girls in the pageant. It's not always this way, but it is crossing the line sometimes. And what it is it's putting out the appearance of sexual readiness.
They have them wear adult clothing. They have them simulate adult body parts. They have implants, or not implants, but they have they stuff the bikini bra top. They add hair. They have tons of makeup many times. Some of them, horrifyingly, have had Botox at the age of 8. I think it was the youngest one I heard. They have collagen injections. They have eyelash extensions. They color their hair. They do all sorts of things that are so inappropriate for a girl's growing body. And that sends the message to the girl that you're not beautiful enough as you are.
I don't want to get my eyebrows waxed. Beauty takes pain.
Don't move.
Ow!
Because she wanted to be sprayed. Look at your white legs. Don't you want that dress to be pretty?
It won't come off. It's like mascara that doesn't come off.
I don't want my eyes to look like this.
They won't. Who's that? Who told you that?
The girls are required to wear some kind of adult style outfit that is very sexual in nature. So, for example, most of the dresses in the Glitz pageants have strings in the back to pull the dress tighter, so it's form-fitting. And obviously girls at that age don't have a figure, but the idea is to dress them as adult women, even though they're young children. So the bikinis would be an example, some of the showgirl costumes I've seen, as well as some of the other rather risque outfits.
A lot more than just pedophiles. It's attracting situational offenders.
What does that mean?
That means some people ordinarily would not take the bait, but they will if it's constantly thrust in their face.
We're not having that conversation. You know why we're not? Because of what happened to poor John Bonet.
Enter their child into beauty pageants not because they realize the consequences of doing so, and that they view the whole thing with JonBenet Ramsey as sort of a fluke. They don't believe that it could ever happen to their child.
Young girls now more than ever need their childhood protected and honored in the face of rampant and growing fetishization of prepubescent children. Child beauty pageants throw these girls into a world of womanhood and sexualization before they are mentally, emotionally, and physically prepared. By abolishing child beauty pageants, a threat to children's innocence is removed and the beauty of girlhood can be preserved.